Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. If you would like to see how I made this shabby chic wall hanging, then please keep watching. So I love romantic shabby chic, and my office is all blush pink, and I absolutely love going to thrift stores and looking on Marketplace for old frames and mirrors and such. And I found this mirror on Marketplace. It was already painted the perfect blush pink. This is my office color. And I started the project already. I haven't done that many steps. And I thought, well, I'm going to throw a video on YouTube while I'm doing this and inspire some of you guys. So this was a mirror here, and all I did so far was paint it in this Peony Fusion mineral paint. I love this stuff. I get this at an antique store in a small town from my place, but you can use any kind of a chalk paint on here as well. And I have a bunch of material here, and I make those rag ribbons, and I have a bunch of this, and I also make little rag flowers. And I also had in my stash, I had a round wreath with all these pink silk flowers. They're like a blush pink as well. And yeah, you guys, let's continue, even though you haven't seen me do any of my stuff yet. But yeah, let's get started. I've already started cleaning these flowers up a little bit, and I want to cut them. I've just got some wire cutters here. I'm going to cut them right to the end, or to the base of this flower, because I'm going to be hot gluing these onto my frame, onto my mirror. So that's what I'm going to do right now, just clean them up. Okay, so I have all of my flowers cleaned up, and I'm going to start adding some things onto my piece here. This is just an old doily that I've had for a while. I probably picked it up at a thrift store somewhere. And I'm just going to offset it a little bit on my piece, because I'm going to be hanging it this way, my oval, as opposed to this way. And I've got a hot glue gun here. And I'm just going to now I want to start arranging my flowers onto my piece here. And I don't want to glue them on yet until I, kind of place them where I think that I'm going to want them. I really like these ones. They're like a peony. Now, if I was a florist, I would know exactly where I was going to be putting these, but I'm not a florist. I think that's a good start. So I think what I'm going to do is just start hot gluing these flowers, especially the bigger ones, where I know that I want them. Okay, and I'm going to double up some of this to give it more dimension. Okay, now these ones here are loose because I want to put my rag bow on before I add these ones. I think I'm going to leave my flowers at that until I get my rag bow on, and then I will add some more flowers after that. And now I'm going to show you how to make a rag bow. Okay, so I have a bunch of scrap pieces here. This is just a piece of material that I probably got from a thrift store somewhere. You can use sheets, old sheets, curtains, pieces of cotton clothing that you don't like anymore. But you don't want to cut it. You just want to rip it like I did, pull it and rip it, and then you get a nice frayed edge. And I've got pieces here in different colors. I may have put this in some tea water to stain it. I've got some lace, and I've got pieces of this material. I still have it here, probably bought it at a thrift store. Had nice texture to it. And the more texture and colors in your bows, the better. And you'll see what I mean here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is take these strips that I already have, and yeah, this is probably, I would say, a foot. So I'm going to just cut a bunch to about a foot. I got some lace here. I even got some pink lace here. These aren't sewing scissors, so it's and I want a longer piece of this for the tail. Okay, I'm just going to set those ones aside. Those are for my tail, or the bottom part of the bow. Okay, and I think you can make these as full as you want. So now what I'm going to do is just alternate my colors. And my textures. Some ribbon in there. And I've just got another piece of this. I'm going to go into the center. Just tie it off. Fluff it up a little bit. Okay, and then that's the start of my rag bow. I think I want to hang my rag bow somewhere there, and I want the tail to come probably to maybe down to about here. So I'm just going to take one of the longer pieces here, and I want it to be about that long. So now I'm going to gauge the length of all of my other pieces to that. Okay, and then I'm going to take the top part of my rag ribbon, kind of get the center in here. Just take a piece of material here and tie them together. Okay, so I've added more of my flowers. I've left a few out here, and now I'm going to continue embellishing this piece. And it's very fluid. As I put something on, I will add something else to it. And I have this little piece of lace left over from another project. And I just want to wrap it around this little cluster of flowers to make kind of like a little nest for it. Just want to bring it around. I'm going to add a few of these Totally Dazzled jewels from totallydazzled.com. I'll leave a link in my description box. Going to bend this ribbon together. Bend this ribbon and glue it together just on the end. And then I'm just going to wrap it right along the underside of my frame. I know you can't see this part. See, just like that. Oh, I'm really, really liking this. I'm just going to take apart this necklace. Okay, so I'm going to make a little fabric rosette for the center of my ribbon here, just to camouflage this part of the pearls. These are very, very simple to make. Just going to cut a piece of, this is an old pillowcase. Just going to cut a little square here. Okay, and then I'm going to take another piece of my fabric here that I've cut into strips. And I'm going to make a knot at the end. I'm just going to cut that little tail part off. Put a little dab of hot glue in the center of my piece of fabric. Okay, and then I'm just going to twist. Put some hot glue right beside that knot. And start hot gluing my fabric down. I don't want this too tight. I want it kind of fluffy, so I'm not going to twist tightly. It's going to kind of do it very loosely. I think that's about how big I want that. So now I'm just going to cut that off there. And then tuck in the remainder of my fabric here. Easy peasy, a little rosette. I'm adding the glue basically on top of the pearls to keep my ribbon free flowing, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of Shabby Chic butterflies to go with my piece. And I did a painting quite some time ago with some blingy butterflies, and I just kept the paper cutouts of that. You can go do a Google search and print off butterflies. There's all kinds on there. So I'm going to do two sizes. I'm going to do a large one and a small one. I think I'm just going to start with my small one. And I'm going to outline it. This is just a thin piece of cardboard. Okay, and this is just a little piece of felt that I had. I think I get these at my local dollar store. I want to come in from the edge a little bit because I'm going to be trimming that off. I just want something solid for now, for my butterfly. And then I have a nice little padding there. Okay, and this one I'm going to bring closer to the edge. Okay, and then I'll just cut this one out. Now this is why I wanted to go in a bit with my hot glue gun. I want to trim this cardboard out of here, because I don't want to be able to see that from the side. Okay, I've got these little flowers. I don't know where I picked them up. I see things in dollar stores or thrift stores, and I think, I might be able to use that one day in a project, so I just picked them up. And this little guy, this little butterfly is small, so I'm just going to take off one of the bottom petal there. Okay, there's his little body. Okay, and I'm going to take another piece of my ripped material here. I think this might be a little bit too wide for this little guy. Rip it one more time. There we go. Okay, now for this one I'm not going to make a knot, but I am going to be twisting it around the wings. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue underneath this flower and tuck that piece in there. And I'm going to come as close to the edge of that wing as I possibly can. Okay, and then I'm just tucking it up in around my rose buds here, my little flower buds. So far, so good. Okay, now I'm going to make the little antennas and the tail. And these are just the stem wire that you get to do florals. Let's bend it with my small little pliers here. Take my wire cutters and cut it. Now, I also don't want it to be this color, so what I'm going to do, I think I'll paint them after I'm done twisting. Okay, so I'm going to twist these into a little circle here. So I can put a little pearl in there. I'm just going to grab some white paint here. It's just some craft paint. I just want to scuff those up a little bit because I don't like the chrome look on that. Okay, so while my little antennas are drying, I'm going to make a tail. Now this is ribbon, it's a plastic ribbon. I picked this up at my local Dollarama some time ago. And I'm going to cut it so that it's going to be a nice clean look. It's not going to have the little thread there. Now I want 2 shorter ones and 2 longer ones to form my little tail. Isn't that cute? Okay, these should be dry. Yep. I'm going to take 2 of my little pearl beads. Oh, this is a cute little butterfly. Okay, I'm going to make a second one just like that in this size, and then I will glue them onto my piece and then display it for you. Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. I am so happy with the way this looks in my office. This is exactly what I was trying to achieve. It turned out beautifully. And I had most of this stuff in my craft supplies. The only thing new are the little buttons from Totally Dazzled. Oh, and the paint. Other than that, I bought the frame, the mirror from Lady on Marketplace. I had the wreath, and I know that I bought that from a Lady on Marketplace last year, year and a half ago. And then all the materials. Oh, these are so much fun to make. Hopefully I've inspired some of you to do something like this. Get out there and thrift, go thrifting, check out all the thrift stores. And those little butterflies are so cute. Oh, there's an Angus hair right there. I changed out the Totally Dazzled gem in this flower. I wasn't crazy about the other one. And then I've just added some little pearl beads in some of my flowers because I didn't like the centers of them. And I added a little bit more lace off camera, just on this side of the piece. So I will be uploading more Shabby Chic pieces in the future. I just so enjoy making them. So yeah, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little notification bell and you will be notified when I upload all my future videos. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch, and God bless.